Hey, what's up everybody? It's Chris F, and today we gotta talk about this, the City of the Wolves beta. Now this is a beta that I was really looking forward to because I was really hyped to play this game when it comes out in April, but I gotta be real with you guys, this beta has done nothing to make me feel anything but nervous for the actual release of the game because we're only 2 months out, and in my opinion there are some glaring issues that this beta shows that need to be fixed before the release comes out. And in case some of you don't know, I've been playing SNK games for over 10 years. I actually started my competitive fighting game career with KOF 13, I played 14, 15, and I even made some top 8s in tournaments for KOF 14 before I kind of ended my kind of competitive offline tournament career. So I know SNK games, and that's why I'm passionate about it, and I want to see this game do well, and I'm going to go over what I think needs to be done in order for this game to be successful when it comes out in April. First, without being too negative, let's look at what I think they did really well. I'm going to go into practice mode, I'm going to show you how this game looks. Also guys, if you're enjoying the video and you think my constructive criticism is good, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button to help support me as a content creator. Anyways, with that over with, let's get right into it. So here I am in the tutorial, kind of in the middle of it, and I gotta say the first time I loaded this up, I was impressed by how good this game looks. Now I know art style is going to be very subjective and some people might not like the art style, or they might think it's really good or maybe not so great, but I think it's safe to say that this is easily the best looking game that SNK has put out since KOF 12, 13, over 10, 12 years ago. Like, maybe not amazing top tier like AAA graphics, but I mean, it looks good. There's nothing wrong with this. I think the art style works well for this game. It looks very unique, and I don't think anybody's going to be complaining that this game looks bad. It looks like a good fighting game. So also I think the in-game UI is pretty easy to understand. It's very easy to see where your health bar is, where your SPG meter is, the timer is easy to see. However, I do have one suggestion about the rev gauge. So right now it's kind of like a 0% timer, and as you can see here, as I'm using my kind of EX moves, or my rev excels, I can't remember what they're called exactly, my rev meter is going up. So right now it's at 45%. If I do another move, now I'm at 69 and it's going up. So I think it's really easy to see. It's colorful, but what I would like to see SNK do before the final release is to break this up into 25% chunks. So if they could draw like a black line right down the middle, 25% of the way, and then 75% of the way. So just a small suggestion, that's something I would love to see them put in. So I think the overall game system is really interesting and very unique. This game gives you things that you can't do in any other 2D fighter right now, and it does have its own very unique flavor to it, and I like that. So I think they've definitely created a game that's unique and fresh in 2025, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the game develops when it actually comes out on release and how things are going to be balanced and how we can kind of play. And I think this game, more than anything else, it gives players a lot of ways to express themselves. I don't think we're going to see a lot of people playing the exact same way just because there are so many things you can do with the system in this game, and it's going to give people a lot of freedom of expression, which I think is a very important part of not just 2D fighting games, but all fighting games altogether. So that's something I think SNK did really well. So now I've said what I think they did really well, now let's go on to what I think is bad. And I gotta be honest, there's a lot that is very concerning with this beta right now, and some of the choices that they've made are just such head scratchers that I have no idea what SNK is thinking. So let me run you through each of those right now. So first, let's start right at the beginning. My first main issue right now is this main menu. All right, does it look cool? That's subjective, but I think it looks interesting. It's an interesting main menu, but I do find all the text to be incredibly small. And I think some people, depending on what kind of screen they have, this could be a little bit hard to see. I can kind of let that slide, but one thing I really dislike is there's kind of lag when you push a button. All right, so my main controller is a leverless controller, but this is my X button right here. And if I push it, you can see there's like this tiny little bit of lag between when I actually push the button and when the menu registers it. So it just gives the game kind of a weird feeling right off the bat. So for me, it just makes everything kind of feel like a cluttered mess, which is going to take me to my next point about cluttered mess. Let's go to room match. Now, here's where things start to get kind of weird. If I make a room, so I'm going to make a private room so nobody joins in right now. And here's one of the issues that I have. So when you're here, you've set all your settings and then it's like, okay, I want to make the room. So maybe you push start. Well, this just takes you to battle settings. Okay, then you go back, and then the first time I made a room when I was playing this in the beta on day 1, I spent like a good 30 seconds, maybe 1 minute, trying to find where the make room button was. But the room creation button is actually all the way at the top of the menu right here. And to me, that just feels really unintuitive. So anyways, let's make the room, and then here's my next issue. So I'm gonna run you through my big issues with this room match menu UI. First of all, you guys see this? This mouse cursor? If we use common sense, what does a mouse cursor mean? It means we can move it with our mouse. All right, well, I have my mouse in my hand here, and I'm moving my mouse, but it doesn't work. So we have a mouse cursor that cannot be controlled with your mouse, and I'm on PC by the way. This mouse cursor can only be controlled with your actual controller. I can only move it with my controller, not my mouse. So I don't know what the point of having a mouse cursor is when it can't be used with a mouse. This is just absolutely wild to me. I don't know why. I don't know who thought of this. This is just seems like it goes against everything that, like, it goes against all common sense you would have if you've used a PC for more than like a week. So that right there, this has got to go. This is silly. All right, next problem. I'm gonna move my mouse cursor over here to the top. See this room ID? But do you see how long this is? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 9 digits. And look at how tiny this text is. This is really, really hard to see. This is like really important information. And it's long and it's tiny. So this just makes it feel really bad to find, really hard to tell your friends. You have to type in a 9-digit number when you want to invite people to your room. I don't know. I think this needs to be bigger. And I think the ID needs to be shorter. It should be much easier to send a shorter message to invite your friends into your room. I don't know why it has to be 9 digits long. Like, I don't think we have millions of people playing this game at the same time that is going to require a 9-digit passcode. I mean, it's a fighting game, right? All right, my next issue with this beta, and I'm pretty sure this is something that's going to be in the final release just based on how older SNK games have been with the ranked experience, like KOF 14, Samurai Showdown, and KOF 15. This is a huge pet peeve of mine because one of the most important things you can do when making a new fighting game is kind of make it appealing and easier for newer players to get in and play. I'm using Vox Reaper and I got to B2 rank. But let's say I change my character. All right, so I'm going to push start, which is already very convoluted, but whatever. I push start, go to battle settings, I click character, and let's say I want to learn rock, but I haven't really played rock yet. But look at my rank. It's still B2. So that means your rank is not tied to each individual character, but for you as a player, your rank is tied to your account. And I think that has to change for the final release, because nothing is going to hold back people from trying to hop onto ranked and trying out multiple characters than keeping you at the same rank as your highest ranked character when you're trying a new one. For a new player, that absolutely will deter them from playing ranked. They're going to get ranked anxiety, and they're either not going to want to play ranked at all, or they'll only stick to one character. So SNK, if you're listening, this needs to change. Tie your rank to the character, not to the profile. This is a big miss in my opinion, and it's going to stop a lot of people from playing. And the next part about ranked, and this is something again that we're not going to know until the final release, but from what it looks like to me, there's no MR kind of system like Street Fighter 6 has. It's just you get your rank, you level up, and then if this is anything like KOF 15, there's going to be a top rank, and then you hit the top rank, and then that's it. There's nothing else for you to do after. And I think that has to change too. I think having an MR system gives players something to look forward to after they reach the top level. Do something like a legend rank in Street Fighter 6. Give a special title to the top 1000, top 500. It doesn't matter. You can do top 100. I don't care. Just give the top level players something to look forward to and something to grind towards, even after they get the top rank. Implement an MR system. Please don't do this old standard like 2010 kind of, get your top rank and that's it. All right, then on to my next point. So yes, this game does have cross-platform play, and you can also turn off cross-platform, which means you don't have to play with people on PlayStation. You can play just PC, which is the version I'm using. However, some of you might not know this, but there is a PlayStation 4 version of this game, despite the PlayStation 4 being pretty old. And as we all know, when you play against PlayStation 4 players, they have really long loading times. But if you turn off the cross-platform, there's no option to filter between PS5, PS4, and Xbox, which this game is also releasing on. So it's just, do you want to play with absolutely everybody, or do you only want to play with people on your platform? For me, that would be PC. I really think they should implement a system where you can filter out only PS4, just because the PS4 is such an old piece of hardware, and the quality of your matches against those people are going to be nowhere near the quality of matches you get with people on Xbox or PS5, because there's no reason why people on modern hardware should have to suffer online when people playing with really old hardware. Alright, next thing we're going to talk about is how long it actually takes to find ranked matches and rooms. So I'm going to do this live right now. I'm going to do a room search. Same region, I'm in Japan, single versus cross-platform on. Alright, room search. Just to look for rooms. This isn't like matching with a single person, they're just pulling up a list of available rooms. And I'm trying to kind of find ways to kill the air here and kind of talk, because look how long this is taking just to find rooms. This should take no more than like 3 seconds, 4 seconds. This is a modern game. It's 2025. All right, like this has been solved. Now it does this little flash. Now I find all these rooms. Okay, so let's try to hop into somewhere. All right, here we go. Got somebody. I'm gonna hop in here, join, and I'm gonna wait. This is another issue I have. Because this game doesn't have like a battle hub system where you can physically see that somebody came into your room, sat down at the arcade cabinet. It's just a bunch of menus. And now I'm just sitting here kind of waiting for this other person to accept the match. And I don't know if they know that I hopped in. I don't know if they know that I'm ready. I'm just waiting. And I could be waiting anywhere from a couple of seconds to a couple of minutes until this person either sits down and realizes that I'm here to play, or it comes back from being like AFK. I have no idea what the status of this other person is. And already, I just want to leave. So I'm already frustrated. So I'm going to quit and I'm going to find a different room. So we're going to go leave room. So we leave the room, and then it doesn't take me back to the room menu. It takes me right back to room creation. But I don't want to create a room. I want to go back to finding a room. So now I have to go back to filter search, go back up to room search, search for a room, wait until this thing loads, and try to find a room with people who are actually like active and playing. But it's just going to be this like constant loop of trying to find a room. The point I'm trying to make is this is just really, really frustrating. So now what I wanted to show you is how the rank match is. But it wasn't going so well. I'm going to try again right now. Ranked match is terrible. And SNK, if you're listening, you have to fix the ranked match, the matchmaking issues, because SNK has a bad track record so far for online fighting games. If this game releases half as bad as it is now, with wait times, queues, and matched issues, this game is going to be a day one Discord fighter. I guarantee it. This cannot just be an okay online experience. This game has to have a fantastic online experience for it to be played for more than like a month, 2 months, and to have a healthy player base moving forward. Anything less than that, this game is toast. So I'm gonna hop on a ranked match. I'm gonna go connection speed 4+, and I'm in Japan, and my internet connection is fantastic. It is 8:30 p.m. on a Friday. There should be tons of people playing right now. And we're still waiting. So this is taking over 20 seconds by this point. So as you can see, matchmaking is completely bugged. Now, I know what you're going to say, but Chris, this is a beta. Like I said, this cannot be even half as slow as it is on release. All right, so yeah, I'm going to fight this person. Let's see how the connection is. And this will lead me to my next point. I think there's loading time in between rounds. So let's check this out. Let's see how it goes. More loading, so more waiting. This might be a PlayStation 4 player just because it's taking so long. So again, all I've been doing this whole time when I'm trying to play online is just waiting and waiting and waiting. And it's this constant loop of just waiting and not playing. This isn't fun, and this is going to stop a lot of people from playing. Oh, it's an overhead. Okay. See, there is loading in between rounds right there. It's loading in between the first round and the second round. That's ridiculous. Okay, and the game just kind of stopped and it crashed. Fatal error. All right, so the game crashed on me during ranked match, probably because my opponent was, I'm guessing, on PS4. So that was my online experience so far. Fantastic, right? So again, I know it's a beta, but this game is 2 months out from release. If it releases in this state, or even like I said, somewhat close to this state, it's done. That's it. So just a really, really poor online experience. And like I said, the gameplay is really fun, but it doesn't matter how fun the gameplay is if the game actively punishes you for trying to play it. Alright, so that takes us to the end of this video, and just overall, I'm incredibly concerned for the overall quality of this game on release. It's only 2 months away, so I don't know how much SNK is going to be able to fix in 2 months. I think they have a really, really interesting, fun, exciting game on their hands, and it would be a shame to have it all go to waste because of really bad online features and a very cumbersome, unintuitive UI. That's it for me, guys. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Do you agree? Disagree? What would you change? Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.